couple years ago.
What, round 7?
7. This is 7. Let's do this.
So this 2 more.
Let's see what we get.
Okay.
Are we gonna get Kaisa? Are we gonna get Yi? Are we gonna
fading.
get?
I'm struggling.
We got this. We got this. I was fading around the time that Kubi showed up, but I'm back. We're here.
Now
We're
you're
on our
locked in.
27th wave.
There we go.
Let's do this.
I'm locked in. Do not worry.
That was a different girl, Young Mung, that I had Olive Garden dates with. We don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about my high school days. Okay.
Garden dates.
Yeah, I had a friend that I would take out to the movies constantly. My dad would coach me on how to steal the bill before it would arrive, so she couldn't pay it. But I just thought we were going to the movies together in high school. It was a great high school experience.
You're getting fun. For dating.
Didn't realize it. I just thought I was helping my friend pay for the dinner. It was fine.
That's funny.
Let's see.
Are you gonna get her into Riftbound too, or?
No, that girl we don't talk to anymore. But the girl that I played League of Legends with, she and I lost each other for 8 years. And 3 to 4 years ago, I thought I found her, and I followed this random girl. I was like, man, I feel like I know this girl. She followed me back. She's like, how did you find me? And we've been friends again ever since.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping to get her into Riftbound, but she's never done card games before. I think it'd be a good one though. She's a League of Legends girl. She plays League of Legends.
Yeah, I feel like League. It's a good way to try and start.
Exactly. She was like, I tell everyone.
Ooh, Sett.
Guys and girls. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what Sett? In round 7?
Catboy?
It's even the emo version.
Catboy gaming?
This is a Catboy. Meow.
Should have the channel rewards or except for that. You don't meow for free.
I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I meow without realizing it, and then I have to sit here and go, wait, chat, did I just meow again? And they're like, Ursi, why do I watch a streamer that accidentally meows?
Oh, we got Catboy against Twink. Viktor against Sett, which is gonna be cool. I personally haven't seen either of these. So.
We saw Viktor.
Yeah, we did have Viktor versus Yasuo earlier. We haven't seen a Sett on stream, but I'm not surprised that there's a Sett winning or doing well. I think the deck is.
I'm excited
to
see it. My understanding is Sett is not doing as well with the time warp, in the meta, since time warp is in the meta now. So I'm really excited to see it. I'm assuming in a position to make day 2 if we're seeing it on stream.
Yeah, it should be. They shouldn't show anybody who's eliminated.
It does look like one of them is... Wait, was that Dreamy? No, it's the one that you can spend a buff to draw a card, I think, right? Or was it... Isn't that what that one is?
Yes, Monastery of Piranha.
Yeah.
And then we got Trifarian War Camp as well.
And Trifarian. So... Trifarian, I think, really strong for Viktor.
Yeah.
Because Viktor wants to go really wide on the board. So it can really capitalize on all the +1s that it's going to get. Meanwhile, I forgot the name again about the buff that draws, but I just feel like it's so safe for Sett to play that because basically no one else runs buffs. So.
No, I agree.
Both.
And then one thing I saw Tog doing that I really liked, and I've seen a couple other sets do it as well, is you have Cythria of Cloudfield, or Cythria. I don't know if it's just Cythria in this. Yeah, whatever. Cythria in this game, and then you play her in game 1, regardless with Monastery, and then you can side her out. Yeah, and I like it. I like it quite a bit. Just to utilize the draws because she just gets so many buffs. It's really easy to stunt them. I think it's pretty nice.
And she self rebuffs so easily. To an extent.
There she is.
Yep, there she is, like you just said. So we do have our 2-drop. I think it's 2-drop. Yeah, 2-drop in hand. I don't know if we're going first or second, but I think we have a pretty nice hand for the start. It looks like he may not even be mullying. I don't know if we're going to get to see the other side here, but nice start for the set.
I like the hands, honestly.
Oh, we are mulling.
I like ditching the monk actually with
Yeah, me too.
It's pretty redundant in this hand with Pookie and like Cythria. Like the monk's usually nice, but like this spot is just pretty unnecessary.
Yeah.
The other option would have been Pookie instead, but monk is fine.
Full keep was also fine, yeah. Both are very good.
It's one or the other though. I don't think it's both. So you just like pick one, you dump it.
Yeah, since we're in monastery, so having like extra buff cards means just you're just drawing with them. They're pretty good, but yeah, absolutely. Ooh, Singularity is really good in intercepts.
Huh. Looks like we have plenty of 2-cost too. Yep, there's our Raven Blooming Golden Pass. 3 mana, buddy. Okay, cool. I'm afraid that they're gonna miss their triggers now at the beginning.
Yeah, going second's like way worse for Sett this game.
Yeah.
He just has to waste the rune.
Unless Sett top decks his signature spell, which is Showstopper, that sends a unit into a battlefield next turn, so he may be able to send the Fiora into a battlefield.
I wonder how we're gonna buff Fiora. If Fiora is the one that needs a buff to have literally basically every single keyword in the world on her, but she does need a way to get the buff, especially now that we've sent back the monk.
Yeah, there's the Pookie.
Oh yeah, true.
Yep. Actually, she doesn't necessarily need a buff, just because right now on the board there's War Camp. If she stays on War Camp right now, she will be at 5 mites, and she will get all the keywords. So we will see spots maybe where she actually will just be at 5 without needing the buff.
Forget, that she is able to do that not with buff. It's just any +1.
Exactly.
That's definitely, it's a great point. So, I mean, there's like multiple things as well that could do it. Even the guy with his arms above his head in hand could potentially trigger things like that. I don't know the card name off the top of my head right now. So
Call to Glory.
Call to Glory. Yeah, I love Call to Glory because you can just like pop a buff. I mean, Sett is already just like so thirsty for energy, I feel like, especially like with the Sett ability. So like being able to use like buffs for things is just so nice.
Yeah, very good with this. It's like another thing that's really strong with the Cythria. Because like her buff is just like so free, you just keep generating it, and then you want to use it as fuel. So either drawing from Hirana or you use it for the Call to Glory. I see he's not drawing because he doesn't want to give up this Cythria. This Cythria is actually like pretty valuable with his hand with the Call to Glory and the Hirana. He actually wants this unit to stay around. So like I could even see him set abilitying to keep this Cythria alive because he actually just like really wants to have that buff like engine around for Hirana.
The Victor hand is very controlling though. We see 2 of Singularity, which is a spell that costs 6 and deals 6 to 2 units, which is pretty good against Sett. Like, even in this spot right now, imagine dealing with the Fiora and Cythria looks juicy. However, Victor's main threat is Call to Glory. Victor has to play around Call to Glory as much as possible, and that's literally the main goal when you're playing against Sett, because that's Sett's strongest card, and that's what can just blow you out because you didn't play around it and you lost all your cards in tempo and everything. So that's gonna be a battle of Call to Glory versus removal spells in Victor's hand. But he has a point advantage, which is pretty good. If the Cythria dies here, as in the Sett doesn't save the Cythria for some reason, there is a call in the Victor's hand as well, which is 2 energy. Both players kill one of their units, and in this case, the Sett will have to kill the Fiora, which is horrible, obviously, for them.
Yeah.
Pretty rough, pretty interesting spot for a Victor, I think.
Alright, what's the play? 3, just another mana factor.
Yeah, I think this is just like a random note for people, like especially my chat are learning. I think it's really interesting. We've seen like we see a lot of different types of chosen champions. I think chosen champions are like such a strong mechanic. But we saw the Yas, who's like a game finisher. We see Kaisa, who's like kind of just like an attacker to some extent with like card draw. But then Sett is kind of like up like protect the king moment where it's like he's so strong, he's so good, but you just want to keep him alive no matter what. At least in my opinion. But
yeah, for the chosen champions, I think that is true of like Sett brawler. You're really trying to keep like resetting him and being able to like activate the ability a bunch and generate a lot of value. Like you really just want to keep it alive as much as possible. So I think it makes sense.
yeah, but like
it's like a weird style of protect the king where it's not as many like spells to protect him, but you're still like trying to cycle and keep him alive over and over again.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that Trifarian with Viktor is quite nasty because the might generated already is crazy. Like we have, I don't know how Sett can break into that. Honestly, maybe Sett needs to start chomping on those things by just buffing a unit, for example, sending Fiora in just to kill a bunch of units and then saving her with Sett's a legend ability, which allows you to save a unit that has a buff by removing the buff and spending 1 rune. So maybe that could be a consideration. But the sabotage is really nice. Sabotage to see the opponent's hands. You don't have to do it now because they have no mana open, really. But yeah, it looks pretty rough for Sett because of Trifarian.
Yeah, that Trifarian looks like so strong, especially now that we're like getting so wide with all of these different tokens.
A way to break through actually is to play orange Sett in the back and then spend his buff. He gets +4, and then you can buff him again and he gets spend his buff again and he gets another +4. So he can get actually quite huge, and I think that could be a pretty good, reliable way to deal with that stacked battlefield.
Yeah, but spent the Pookie here on the Fiora to give the keywords, and that does actually like take away one of the outs to actually go for that line you're talking about with the Sett. But I agree with you. It is like it is the way to break. It's the way to break through, but fortunately, not necessarily gonna work. Gonna have to just deal with the Singularity. It's like very threatening for your Sett. And knowing that there's a second one, you have to be wary of that when you try and actually play out this brawler.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna make you think twice. Let me just.
So looks like you're gonna play into Singularity a little bit here by playing the Kiana, but just accepting that, hey, look, if you want to play your Singularity now, kill my Kiana, deal with the Fiora. Like you're gonna have to pay the extra rune for the deflect cost, and then I know that you're, no longer gonna have any Singularities, so I can actually play out my Sett brawler. So I think it's like reasonable to just bait and like be like, hey, if you want to play Singularity, here's a target. That's fine. And just kind of go from there. You have to force it out, right? Like you can't just like sit and not do anything. So
He's just like my opinion. I worry with that, right? Obviously you have to get it baited out, but Viktor's saying so low on energy here. He's only going up to 7, I do believe, like in the first place. So all he would do other than Singularity is make a token, which he's probably happy to do. But you're also sending 3 back in that case. So you're going to be going down to 8 the next turn, which really just doesn't feel good. But I mean, it seems like both these decks are being pretty thirsty for the energy.
Yeah. So I do think it's a good setup for Sett. Actually, yeah, that's a great point. Fiora also has the deflect, so it'd be -4 runes. Fiora gets deflect from the being mighty, so it's really tough to just like send a Singularity here.
Deflect is not energy dependent, right? Just so I'm just thinking in my head, because Singularity obviously is gotta be 2 blues, but deflect you can spend anything.
You can spend any. Yeah.
Yes, any color. I mean, I think Viktor needs to find a good opening for their yellow Viktor. So yellow Viktor is their in the champion slot. It's the 4 cost unit that whenever a non-token dies, Viktor can create a token. I think we can set it up here, and then wait 1 more turn for that Singularity, in my opinion. no need to rush it for now. So I really like Victor in the back and creating more tokens, for example.
Oh god. Yeah, -4.
Jesus. Ooh. I wonder which. So he sent back. Okay, they're figuring
Yeah.
it out. They're figuring it
-4.
out. up there.
Save the Kiana and then use
And then save
Sett the Fiora.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
so.
G-
Singularity
G- G-
did nothing. So yeah, we talked about the Call to Glory, playing around Call to Glory here, and I think we see it in the Victor player's face. Like, didn't expect the card here to save both units. Quite horrible. We spent 6, a whole turn, and 4 runes to basically do nothing.
He
Apart
said,
from get 1 point.
I said, I got
Yeah, I don't think he's happy with it.
turbo juiced.
Yeah, he's down to 3 mana as well. He does have 1 energy still, and I guess like that is like a trick he could potentially use in this next turn if he doesn't use it for token. But I don't really know what you would have. He looks so unhappy with himself.
Yeah, it is pretty not the best spot. I really liked Victor here in the back as a play. It would have been pretty nice. Victor is still on a good battlefield. Trifarian also still ahead on points, so it's not like catastrophic for Victor. But yeah, being on 3 runes here, going to 5 is not ideal.
Yeah, not ideal. As I like how Billy put it. Victor exploded.
Yep.
I just think that's really funny
Yep.
of a response to all those.
Not a better way to put it. Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye. Looks like we are trying to figure out, like, decide what to do. It seems like he's moving some of his stuff back. It looks like he may be moving all of it back.
Nah,
No?
just commit. Just go. It's too late. It's too late now. Just put everything there. I'm not sure if it's the correct play, but I'm just like what are we doing? How are we winning this game? Just put everything there. Just you know. Okay, he's gonna wait for a grand
everything's back.
stratagem. He's gonna wait for stratagem and like try and win off that, I guess. But I don't know if this works.
We're only at 4 though. If we go to grand stratagem with this.
Sure.
Yeah.
I also can't even play Grand Stratagem next turn because
Yeah, he has
on
no reason.
5.
I mean, he's ahead on points, so like I don't know, just like try and buy some space. But I think that just like flooding this and continuing to score holds because it's like really awkward for Sett to try and actually conquer into war camp with, I mean, 1 million units is like maybe just correct. Honestly, I guess if you're tapped out, like I guess if you try and conquer into war camp, it's kind of the same thing. Because like +1 isn't conditional on like defense versus offense, so maybe there's an argument for that, but you are just like letting Sett have points and conquering with Kiana for free. But I guess Kiana's always conquering into Monastery. I don't know. Hard to say.
Which Fiora should have all the things on her right now, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, basically.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure. Just I'm being
And
correct on that.
Yeah, and we see Facebreaker in the Sett's hand,
Yeah.
which is
Not very good for this matchup, but
no.
very funny card.
Dude, my light changes so much with the sun up. Holy crap, I'm too bright now. I'm literally... I thought I was white, but my entire stream is white now.
Oh my god.
It's so bright.
You're in heaven.
I'm an angel, guys. You're lucky for me to be here.
Period.
Blessed. I'm sorry, chat, that I said that. I'm memeing.
Yeah, Victor still looks unhappy about that Singularity plays. Hopefully they don't tilt for the rest of the whole match because of it. But those 2 Fioras, yeah. Those 2 Fioras get +1/+1 each, and they get deflect and all the other triggers. I mean, all the other keywords.
Yep, Cythria finally being able to just use one of those buffs for a draw and will finally be sacrificed, I think.
She did her job.
Oh yeah. 2 cult weeks, not that bad.
Not bad at all.
That was Watcher, which is just like entirely unplayable until unless you wait a turn. It's not that. It's interesting. It's like you want to. God, you want to wait for Watcher, but you want this Watcher to be able to be played when you're at 6 points. So you need to clear the Cythria with just one of your units first off. You have double cull. Yeah, wait, you can just double cull and then shove, right? It actually works. I'm pretty sure double cull.
Double cull
Well,
just kills the 2 back units.
You can shove. You shove first and then you double cull, right? So you take this from Cythria, and then you shove and then you double cull, and then it kills everything, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Makes it, yeah.
And then and you scored a 6. I didn't do the math because like I don't think I needed. I'm pretty sure you just you do just have too much, like.
So Fiora has 12 defending right now.
Wait, there's no way that playing Viktor is correct, right? I don't think so. I mean, I guess you might still just win this way anyway, right? You just shove. You conquer Monastery and then you just shove, and then you still have the double cull for after. But this also doesn't let you play Watcher next turn, because yeah, this is just 4 runes. Does this still work? I think the other line made more sense to me, which is just conquer one side, shove, double cull, and then you just. I mean, you're not gonna be able to play Watcher yet, but you just go to 6 and make it so that Sett doesn't have a really equitable play, and it buys enough space that you should win with Watcher if you don't just win on board. I think that sounds about right. I think that sounds about right. I don't know. I'm tired.
No, I like it.
I think it makes sense. I'm also tired, so I'm not.
Sometimes I'll say plays when we get to this point in the night that just don't make they're incoherent, and I'm trying to not do that, but I think that made a lot of sense. I think that's just
it did.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Maybe the Victor is just to send all these units and get tokens from them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Basically.
that is the option here, right? But I just don't. You're still allowing Sett to get to 6 by doing this way.
Yep.
Maybe not.
But then you're
Maybe
betting
you can
on
get a 6.
finishing the game with the double call next turn, maybe?
Yeah. No, exactly. I think this probably still wins. I just don't know if it's if it's optimal or not. Probably still wins though.
Let's see here.
So it is 12 defending because Fiora is at 4. Those 2 Fioras are at 4, so 5 because of the battlefield.
Shield,
and then they
yeah.
get
12.
So they're.
Oh. So 1, 2, 3. Is she 3 underneath or?
Yeah. So she's 2 baselines, so 3 because of war camp. So 2, 4, 6.
I forgot about war camp doing over here. Okay. So we're
So it's
2,
15.
4, 6.
15,
Yeah.
I
I'm
think.
not sure
it's 15,
why.
okay.
It's 15 or 16.
16, right? Not sure
Yeah,
why we're
16.
sending 16, to be honest. Maybe we're playing around another Call to Glory because we got traumatized by the first one, but
16 into 12 is what Soul is mapping. Hi, Corey.
yeah, 16, 12, but then we give them free tokens to kill, which is not worth it for us. We want them to kill our little thingies, because if they... Oh, wait, I guess it doesn't matter regardless.
No, it's fine. I mean, if you just keep the real units around, it's also fine.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
these are
these in,
definitely
in 2
marathon.
units and just leave the captain, I guess.
Yeah. So you have 4 more mites. You can kill 2.
Yeah. You just leave the captain. That's 12. Yeah, I mean, I think Victor's winning. This position is still just like so strong, but I'm like wondering if this did give an opportunity for Sett to do anything, but I think double call is just like always winning on the next turn. So I don't think it mattered too
depends
much.
if they draw a unit or not, because they. Yeah.
I like don't
Icebreaker
think there's
won't do
anything in the
anything.
Sett deck that actually like turns this around from like drawing a card off Kiana or something. I just don't think there's anything in the deck that does it.
Yeah, none of these are good against Victor, really. I mean, challenge can happen on the Victor in the back. And then you push in, kill those units without generating tokens. But still, unfortunately, double call is quite rough.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a bad position to be in. Looks like we're showstoppering. Up. Is that Kiana?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a buff. She also goes in ready, I think.
So we draw on 2 cards here? No. Wants to do something in combat, yeah.
You don't do it in combat, though.
Yeah, this works. Wait, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Never mind.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't work.
If you do it in combat, you lose the key.
Yeah.
It'd be like tragic.
Yeah, because damage heals at the end of showdown. So.
Draw 2, I guess. First mate.
Oh, wait, you can retreat Kiana and then send her into the other battlefield then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So the other battlefield has 4 and 2, so around 6. Kiana is 6 herself if she goes to the other battlefield because she's 5 now. So what can be done is to send the little Pookie just to trade that little token, bring back Kiana. I mean, that happens first, always.
Yeah, I mean, Piroki's already used all her value, which was buffing like 3-4 turns ago.
Yeah, this
I definitely
sequencing's cool.
think, like,
Sorry,
I
go ahead.
definitely think, like, able to knock something out, like you're saying, Kuvi would be like really smart.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this is a really clever use of game mechanics, right? So you play the challenge to have the Kiana kill the Victor, and then you send the pit rookie in to trade. And because all units heal after combat and at end of turn, because the combat happens, the Kiana now heals that damage from the challenge. And now the Kiana can go in with the first mate readying her into the war camp to conquer that. They did forget to score from the first conquer, so now they gotta do that. But it's on the same turn, so they're supposed to get it based on from the rules. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to get that point. As long as they remember, they should be going up to 6.
Unfortunately, double call will kill.
Yeah. They still, they're not beating double call.
Oh, maybe we go to 6? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Unless we tap deck sabotage now, and we sabotage the Victor hand, get rid of a call, and
yep, the sabotage
that
would
would
have
have
been able to do it. But... Yeah, really clean play from the Sett though.
Absolutely. Wait, why is Victor shaking their head again? Like, do they still think they're losing this?
There's no.
They're not losing this.
There's no.
Come on.
Let's see. Yeah, a lot of tokens for sure.
Wait,
We have a coal in hand now. A coal, 2 coals, and a hidden blade.
Yeah, double call just ends the game.
我的意思是说，就是至少在赢，就是反正都要结束了，不如让对面抽2张。Peace and love。
太 peace 了。
Yeah.
哦，对，决斗了一下，但是无伤大雅。他还是有
Yeah, do all you can do, but there's just enough retreats here that
完全足够嘛。就
it's just not gonna happen.
现在已知信息是，
Yeah.
对，没有手牌了，还是能吃下。
Luckily, we're going into sideboard, and I think Sett will be able to remove all those pretty clunky, like face breakers, pretty clunky into
Yeah,
Victor, for
face breaker's
example.
real bad.
Yeah, because it stuns
再来，
2 units, and stun is not as good against tokens.
暗刃也可以。
So we can get rid of that and maybe put in more meat, like more units.
I wonder if there's any like anti-Victor tech because it's so popular in China. Like I wonder if there's any like Blade Flurry or Cannon Barrage or that kind of card.
他的曲线还蛮有趣的耶。本来是维克托选手，
Yeah, that would be
Because it's not something
Pretty
I
good
would
against it.
usually think to put in a set deck, but I also think like
的第一局，
所以我觉得话说回来了，
with how much Victor there is going to be, it's like maybe reasonable to put some hate.
嗯，
就跟其他卡还是相对不一样，因为它的怪场
是
永远就是各一个。
Damage assignment in this game,
倒是我觉得维克
at
托
the
这个
end of a
好的就是
showdown, I guess the word is,
他的很多
it's
都
like
很容易
I have 5 damage, you have 3 damage, and I decide, and they decide where the 3 damage goes, and I decide how the 5 damage goes.
Yeah, you decide where your damage is heading.
就是在
Yeah.
The damage you're dealing, you decide where it goes. You do have to
And luckily-
fully assign to a target before you move on to another. Like you have to fully kill one, but like obviously you would want to do that anyway. But yeah,
And then all damage is healed at the end of the showdown. If
correct.
something's
Yep.
not down.
If things are not dead,
那个死的真
then they will heal.
感觉这第一局他好像都没有怎么去使用自己的一个传奇技能。
哦是应该是只有被星芒
End of combat specifically, not a showdown, because showdowns will start even if a combat doesn't happen if you enter a battlefield, and it will not
My
heal
bad.
unless a combat happens. Yeah, it's just the specific verbiage.
对两个剑
Or when you, so end of combat and when you pass turn.
End of
things
turn,
like-
yeah. End of turn and end of combat.
不过那个位置也蛮尴尬的。
Thank you.
如果你推小朋友的话，那么就有可能吃对面这个门户，所以他只能推剑姬把菲奥娜推上去，但菲奥娜推上去就被人家爆死了。
是啊，没啥办法。所以说还是在面对维克托的卡组的时候，你多少还
Let's
得保
see. I mean,
是的，色题
we're gonna get into game 2 here. They're getting to do their sideboarding. Are there any cards that either of you hope either the Victor sides in or the Sett sides in?
就跟你搂拳头。
就你的
See, I mean, really, it's more about getting that face breaker out, and then I do think if there is hate,
感觉
that could be really neat to see from the set side. But usually,
所以我们第一局
the like hate cards in their board are like anti Kaisa and anti Aurora cards,
画面
so there's not like a ton of room for
有一点失误，但是
anti like Victor in the board. And because of that, the cards that they'll put in the sideboard are actually pretty useless against Victor. So I'm hoping that they've got at least something that they can take the face breaker out for. Because things like Unyielding, which is like prevents spell damage from happening, is obviously not going to be useful here. Things like Salvage to deal with Aurora, not going to be good here.
少侠感染
So
我也去玩了很多色题嘛，所以对色题那个薄弱
Makes
的
sense.
时机还是比较敏感的。那么看一下换到色题这边先手会有怎么样的一个节奏？
但其实刚刚也提到了，维克托后手也没那么难受啊，他可以打一个2加1。
Okay, I mean, we're gonna get into the game now. Let's see what they, maybe we'll get to see what they did or did not put in to the deck.
It used to show sideboard, but is that only in top cuts?
Yeah, only top cut.
其实之前跟少侠玩他
Okay.
色题的时候，其实他也经历过好多个版本，从色题
Battlefields are
是的，
然后到了后面，然后变成卡尔玛色题，一直在变。
还有很多邪道的，什
对
么什么宏伟是
oh, this person is from the team I put to is from
Yeah.
Bob.
他在群里
Ace is from
发了一个红卫色题，哎，我想，哦，全新理解，我直接偷过去用，什么玩意儿啊？
还在爆卡组。
Can we see the battlefields?
Yeah, let's see
oh.
what they.
还在烟雾弹。
Trifarian.
他用的哪套？
Okay.
I get it for the Fiora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks to be
Does it?
playing into Victor when you have War Camp in your.
Yeah. And that one's Arena's greatest?
Yeah.
Or is it different? Okay, yeah, okay. We have Piruki.
I think that's a one of bar. What I've seen from the Chinese list is they often like one of bar. Bar is a gear that you can tap it to give an exhausted unit a buff, so it is very synergistic with Sett. It's just a little bit slow. It is a ton of value.
Slightly.
Yeah, I like bar. I like bar.
I also like
Or
bar.
I did the one time back when all the tournaments ran. That was the only list we went off of. I played like a bar list for it.
I like bar. I understand why it has to be a one of. But it
Yeah,
is
for sure.
miserable to double draw bar. Because this deck is already pretty card starved. The double drawing bar is probably like a death sentence. You just like lose the game. But I think if you get the one copy, it's pretty nice.
That is true. And it looks like they kept it. Alan points out Trifarian Warcamp may suck against Victor, but it's better to rip it when you're going first, nonetheless. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, you want to take control of it and not let go of it against the Victor, ideally. But it's the hard thing is like it's not just like a holding battlefield. It's also Victor can just like Victor can always abuse it.
Yeah.
But you want the game to go fast, so at least Arena's greatest, like trying to the Victor having that, trying to not give Victor enough time to like build a huge board, just try and score a lot quickly. It's a potential way to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, Pit Rookie can go in and take it over, but it's kind of how we had to play Pit Rookie without something else to put the buff on. But at least we did have a 2 cost, which kind of like, I guess, the main goal of turn 1.
你别说，这彗星坠机其实对于万豪
Yeah.
这个大部分的身板来说还挺恶心的。
The hand isn't bad, honestly. We have a bunch of buff stuff. We have a bunch of buff targets. It's pretty well balanced. We have Call to Glory, a well balanced set hand. I haven't seen the Victor hand really, but I wouldn't say this looks bad for the Sett, especially because now Sett won't have to push into the Trifarian war camp like he had to last time because he was behind on points. Now Sett can just be the one who's in the lead in terms of points and force Victor to come into him, which is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I can see that being really useful. Oh, we're gonna Pit Rookie into the Trifarian War Camp. At least we get a buff going. And we're gonna leave 2 mana up. Which I don't think any of the cards that we know in hand really matter. Like, I really care about the 2 mana being up. But at least we get to feign it. Since, like, Call of Glory is 3 mana or can use a buff, and we see a buff on board. I think it's 3 mana, right? Or is it 2?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
3. I mean, Victor has 5 exactly, and Victor has Comets. That spell that deals 6 on to unit on a battlefield, which means it can actually be used on the Pit Rookie that's buffed, and then you can push into the Trifarian if you really want to. But the thing is, you don't need to rush right now. You can just chill for now, because the Sett will only be able to go to 3 next turn, unless they have a showstopper. And you will most likely need to just set up a turn next turn where you can go to 4. And if you can do that, then you're happy as Victor.
It's gonna be a lot of extra runes with these Soaring Scouts. Going to be ramped. Hiding
Hidden
Hidden
Blade.
Blade? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it must be, but up to 3 points.
关键还能跳一飞。
Looks like it's Fiona that he drew, I think.
Fiora, but yeah.
Sorry, yeah, Fiora, my bad.
Fiona from Shrek.
Okay, I know what I'm playing in the first tournament. I'm playing Shrek.
Playing Shrek.
My Shrek
Oh,
deck.
no.
上回合如果
Shrek
no.
Legends.
打下去，这回合出一个
Yeah, but yeah, Fiora, another Fiora is here is really good.
所以说
Yeah, you already have Trifarian War Camp, so you could technically just put it into it. I don't know that we need to do that, but it would go on and turn on the, what is it, like shield,
是的，
deflect. I don't know what the third one is off the top of my head. Assault?
要拍黄
Ganking.
色题吗？
Ganking. There we
Yeah.
go.
出一个四，不管是哪个也是。
I'm gonna be honest, I was just thinking of what another one was. I forgot ganking was a thing for a second.
也是没有办法去上争议的。
Oh yeah, she has all of them.
而且经过上一局，可能昆卡选手错过了那一次时机之后，这一次
We see the showstopper though. That's pretty good. We need to go to. I actually genuinely believe we need to go to 4 here. It is important in terms of points. You need to want to be still in the point lead. Because if Victor is able to go to 4 next turn, I think you're very unhappy about it as the set player.
I think he was considering showstoppering, but decides against it.
用废墟
Just gonna stay on 3.
召唤是做不到了，
Hmm.
只能说把金
Yeah, the hidden blade it is scary. That hidden blade was a good
去直接去给 Fiona
a good hide.
那也看维克托这边手牌有没有星芒凝会。
哎呀，真有啊！
He's got a
Okay.
comet. I didn't see the rest of the hand.
笑了，
嘿嘿，笑了。
Comet Watcher students.
Hmm.
输
And-
球，
I think it's just 3 cards.
反正这
4,
回
I
合
think.
哎，咱也没
Oh,
啥事
you're
儿
right.
干了，
怎么说？
Comet Student Watcher.
要不就给他砸了，
开炸
这才真正的给我砸。
砸。
不是还有
Question is, do you want to go
想办法先去把那个竞技场新人先去踢
to
掉。
4 here as Victor? And I think you do.
其实影响不大。
Fiora does have deflect, so you will
先踢再砸，还是先
jump
砸
by
再踢
1.
差别不大的。
又怕被荣耀召
So
唤
if you do that, you won't be able to watch your next turn accelerated.
车之剑
有钱他
So it is an interesting choice to
一
make.
直在考虑这个问题，所以说他自己都笑了吧？我这个时候我是劈这道雷还是不劈呢？
那也可以啊，那你上
Let's see what they decide to
先
do.
看那个竞技场新人先撞掉啊，
有点似曾相识。
你带
Let's see. He's doing math right now.
说昆卡，
喂，
嗯
等一下，这个新人是一个
mean-
4，那
If he like went all in just what he has, it's like what 6, 7, 8 right now versus a
全上的话是多少？
4,
看一下，
就是全上是一个5吗？
6, so 10.
He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
这些
Yeah.
He has 9 at home
你
versus
全上了，
嗯
这个彗星坠机就不开了呀。你都人
不过如果说
10.
把他的荣耀
Yeah,
召唤骗出来的
I
情况
understand.
下，哪怕这
He's just gonna get the rune and
打
draw,
掉我感觉也能
which I think is actually like
真能接受。
I don't think it's like a bad play, but I do think that this like opens up this like unchains set on the other side to be like, okay, I don't have to worry about that hidden card.
进去推他，
Absolutely.
把这个竞技
It does also make the apprentice up 3 now, so which will be a 4 if he goes into Trifarian,
That's
Um,
true.
我觉得这样子的话，他的
which
意图就有点
makes it
Exactly.
now even to the Fiora.
就是意图太明显了，就是
Yeah.
我明明
That
可以
ties it
让
up.
这
Wait.
个
Yeah, yeah, ties it up.
给点掉，但是我没有点这个剑姬，我点
Which-
新人
Honestly, you can try to
住，然后就不开这个荣耀召唤。
clear that battlefield and then
对选择
Singularity the Fiora in the back. Because we just have that Singularity. Slightly risky into Call to Glory. Let's see if we play around it this time.
Yeah.
Just
Just commenting. Yeah, Fiora is a 5, so
倒个法盾，
好，怎么说？
Comet
Comment.
should be good.
拔
Set has Call to Glory, so maybe
Mhm.
decide to protect the Fiora. But even if the Fiora is protected, Victor will probably, most likely, be able to push with tokens and finish her off because damage is not healed yet.
是啊，
Very good point. Yeah, you could put up if he calls to glory, it's +3, 4. Let me quickly check that.
Plus 3, yeah, plus 3.
Yeah. So then she would be. She has shield as well.
上组合起
She's
来
5.
3吗？这个
It's
选择
6.
要把
Plus 3 is 9, and so they would have to put in.
一个4加一个2嘛，就推学生跟
Oh
一个
God,
一
my.
所以其实
Oh my God, they took them away.
也差不多，但是先推好像会多送一个。
Well, you would have to use all of your tokens essentially to deal with that. Or wait, no, sorry. She's just 5, so you don't send 2 in. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Brain
so she's
slowly working.
反手暗刃
8.
How-
I 6-2, then she'll go +1, so we should 3. There's 6 might there.
She's 9,
You
I
still have to
think.
push
I
6
think
might
she-
in.
所以还是有一点
Yeah. So
Uh,
she'll be at 3 life remaining after this.
Mhm.
And then there's
Yeah,
3 life
Victor-
3 life on the Pookie. So you still have to
Victor
push.
forgot about the trigger, by the way, the hidden blade trigger on
Yeah.
+1 on students.
就多送一个会保险一点。
Only did the +1 for the comments, so
可以把菲奥娜
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So send 8 in. You just need to do 6 damage.
对昆卡还是比较谨慎的。
But everything's gonna trade because Fiora has so much might.
反正这里就全换了嘛，如果没有额外的东西的话。是的。
Fiora does get +1 from defending still because she's still
Still mighty.
yeah, but it doesn't matter.
处理还是非常仔细的。这样的话，处理完是把场面解完的同时，自己场上左边还能继续上个怪，然后右边还能继续上怪。
Yeah, cleared everything.
然后场下还会有一个报告。
还会有个
Wait.
随从。
是的。这个节奏。
Was I just imagining things? Didn't that Fiora didn't have a buff, did she?
No buff.
She
No buff.
didn't have buff.
Oh,
She had the +1 from Trifarian,
oh yeah.
就是昆卡
which gave her +1 shield.
它其实也就
嗯
两个随从，
This is the spot
自己的单位并没有破
that we talked about earlier where
有暗刃
Victor going to 4 first is actually pretty bad for a set.
Mhm.
Because now we're chasing points and we never want to be in the chasing points, especially on a Trifarian battlefield. Ooh, another cheating card though.
到色题
Call to Glory.
它前面
Yeah.
的节奏点
Have the showstopper as well to try and
这里会
look for more point opportunities, but could just be a full development turn. Don't have to can save the showstopper for
先上
shenanigans basically.
对，再上98也行。
This is maybe a bar turn actually, finally a chance to develop bar. I think it probably is a bar turn actually.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
它这里
Your units in the back are not safe against Victor because they play Singularity. So yeah, protecting that set even in the back is pretty important.
就色题输维克托就经常输这一个连招，还是比较辛苦的。如果这样一套吃下来的话，感觉就走远了。
在线维多手上好像是没有跳水的。
是吧？哎，他增益加了吗？
Or they're thinking about which one to give the buff
这
to.
还没结束。
没有跳水。
Would be crazy to give it to Rookie, I think.
So showstoppering,
就我两边
just to go for the points.
可以。
直接
This will be a buff here, and then I mean now you give it to Pookie obviously, right? Because no other
也不
targets.
错。
这样的抗性是最高的。是的。
Yeah, you have 2 units with 2 buffs and you're trying to hold.
估计一到雷直接给你劈下去了。
看一下啊，怎么说？他这里是不是硬顶千尾也可以？
Hmm.
就是反
千尾，
千尾
然后
没问题。对。
千尾截一边，然后骗一个复活出来。
So it's
然后
Singular.
另外一边
Watcher could even
毕
be
竟
not
对面
bad.
把探位官职给交了嘛，所以橙色题的爆发
Oh yeah, so
就少了一点。
Yellow set is at 7 might
当我没说
right now.
Yep. He sees himself for the buff. He gets +1 for every buffed unit at his location. He is a buffed unit at his location, so he's 6 because of the buff, and then 7 because he's a buffed unit and he sees himself.
解3。
如果用千尾的话，起码保证场上还有一个大怪能够站着。
对，
而且这个时间点没有橙色题的话，
If Victor had 2, I mean, Victor could go to 6 here by accelerating Watcher, right? Watcher accelerated guarantees that you basically go get your 2 points and you're at 6, which is pretty threatening. And then you can even develop a little token in the back and you're chilling. I think that would be pretty good play.
做什么选择？
要不要敲
IMO
看一下
哦，这里开始交费用了。
应该是
要
千尾，
是
千尾冲了。
对，
这是
We
千尾
end up doing the
留了一费，还可以
Watcher
搞个敲诈。
是的。
And
See.
Sett can only save 1 unit out of these two. Obviously, saving the yellow set and not the rookie.
With that in mind, you could actually play this called a glory to make these trade, right? Because this is -3, so that was at 7, so you give it +3. You make these trade, you take the buff from the
Yep.
rookie.
There's a stupefy in Victor's hand though.
That's tough. I don't know if you can play around it here. I mean, you can, like, literally you can play around it, but I think
I see
you're
that
maybe
too.
just supposed to go for it. That's
Yeah,
tough though.
absolutely.
手上还有一张敲诈，
是的，这里也还是可以
不过也
接受。
行吧，你能保。
但保住
Yep.
有个
So we
问题
go
是
to so Sett is at 7, goes to 4, goes to +3 with Call to Glory, back to 7, -1, goes to 6, and then it just dies. Dies and then goes in the back with Sett's ability.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
and
at least
now-
we have the ability to save.
Yeah, and now trying to get rid of this thousand-tailed watcher is gonna be really hard. I think he had to go for it. Last card in hand, like it's really important that you actually trade the watcher, and not being able to get it is probably a bit of a doomer.
I think, yeah, using showstopper was slightly greedy, IMO, last turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I agreed with that exact line, but at least on this turn, I feel like that's what you had to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
从手牌上来看的话，万豪现在应该是没有办法处理这个牵尾的，
还是过牌能力的问题。
处理不了。
What was that card? I
是压力
think it was Hidden Blade?
把色体顶到随从的那一边，然后给他上一个增益吧。
Move in, go to 6, at least get a buff with bar.
使不出去啊，
But I just don't think there's anything really getting you there. You're down on points.
请讲。
直接盖下去，把自己刀了保下来，
嗯
然后抽2张牌去。
You can play Sett,
就抽不到了。
啊，对啊，还抽不到。
play brawler,
对啊，
gets his buff.
没技了，算了。
怎么回事？
If somehow Viktor can't get through your kingpin, maybe there's a win con. But
这个第8分还真不太好拿。
Let's see.
you have Hidden Blade availability.
万一等会儿
Is he considering if he's just supposed to Hidden Blade the thousand-tailed watcher now to deny the point? It's maybe correct. I'm not sure.
再一个牵尾。
Decides against it though.
维克托这
Yeah.
边手上还有一个星芒，下一回合星芒直接砸。
Victor doesn't have any unit in the back though, so
Yeah, it's not guaranteed over, and
但是是个没有
not at all.
the brawler is still
刚刚也没有看到
very, very good.
的这张是什么手牌？
没看到，对。
看
Though that Singularity might be an issue.
Yeah, Hidden Blade is
手上暗刃啊，
好，怎么
给
Okay.
你刀了。
你刀了？
okay.
I
Okay.
mean, that's fine. You can
Yeah,
still
that makes
save the
sense.
set, but then the Singularity follow-up is pretty
Yeah.
backbreaking.
Yeah. So doing that to trigger the set and then killing both
Yeah.
is pretty good actually.
怎么爆发？
He's thinking if he should trigger it. I wonder if he's thinking about exactly Singularity. I mean, this guy's really good. This set player seems like very, very strong. So like, I wonder if
Yeah.
he's considering. He's like, okay, if this is Singularity, I lose on the spot. If it's and is there anything else that it really can be if this is being cast right away? You could let this die, draw 2 cards, and then you don't lose the Yeah. Oh my God, this guy's a genius.
Oh wow.
I love it.
他没有选
He's so good.
这些技能去保这个黄色体。
先抽2张上来看一下。
Yeah, I mean that's a really good call. That's a really good call, I think, by our player
这
here.
里拿到
Oh.
第8分了。
Oh, he goes for Faye
吃暗刃啊！
Merfolk
Yeah.
instead.
这个小精灵会吃暗
And
刃。
it is lethal here, so he
来了，
unfortunately has to Hidden Blade it.
小精灵吃个暗刃，这辈子
Yeah.
值了。
Also,
但
kind of unfortunate. If he had saved his set, he ended up drawing into the
还是
Unyielding, which
Oh yeah,
是有点难拿的。
which would have
which
actually
would have
been
worked. I
so good.
yeah. It's a bit
继
unfortunate.
续电怪，
啊，把费用打满了，并且还没有盖服待命牌，所以
Is that
这个
still
嗯
Facebreaker in that he also
看一
drew?
下真是弃人选手会
Yeah,
Feels
his
a bit
trigger
unlucky,
is...
but that's
Wait,
still.
why would you keep Space Breaker though? Post
I mean,
sideboard.
he might just like not have an option.
揍了吧？
对，只能
But I mean, with the Unyielding coming in, I guess like Facebreaker is what I would have thought would have come out.
反手就
Yeah, what is coming out for that Unyielding
就
then?
挨压压了。
For this, Sett's gonna get buff.
再决斗一个，
决斗一决斗一个
And
精
then
灵之母
only a bunch of spells.
挠头了。
Yeah, and we see stratagem in the Victor hand, so
看来昆卡选手也是有点紧
gonna
张。
be
这个
pretty hard to deal
我们
with.
赶紧拿到第8分。
Okay, in theory, if you kill one of these 2 units, though, the Facebreaker can survive through like the stratagem.
精灵之母拍
Oh
There's,
my
like,
god,
whatever
that's
else.
actually so smart.
先拆
So, like,
最高
You do this, you Facebreaker, and then you hold off of Facebreaker. That's the win con
Yeah.
now. It's actually the out, and honestly, it might work.
对方有
It might work here.
The spread is really good.
2个
Like this Facebreaker might end up winning this
这个
game for him.
打下来。
说不定
And you wanted him to swap it out.
他真做到了。
Just saying.
Please.
你就算有什么邪念，
So let's see. I mean,
还有这个
he can answer like Singularity can't push him back because he's got the
笑了一下
Unyielding.
嗯
是的。
He has an answer to Grand Stratagem with the Facebreaker.
觉得这个场
Does he actually just win? Like, is this hand just like actually counter whatever can happen? Or is there like a hidden blade or something in there that I'm not seeing?
Uh,
怎么说？感
No.
觉略微有点无解。
有点打不下来哦。
开个宏伟
I mean, he's got a draw as well for the
Just-
first conquer from.
yeah, you always do that, I think, just to check what
But
you
yeah,
draw.
it doesn't look like there's anything that actually beats Sett's hand
站
here.
着就能加增益的手段
I think Sett's gonna win this game.
在下面下回合是会
Which
这
is
是
crazy.
8是没有办法给他增益的，所以他需要一个额外的手段去给他加增益，不然他反手
It's wild. Seemed like he was so
也
cooked.
能上吧，反正
But
对面两个人宏伟的
This guy's a
Played so well,
beast.
though.
体积也不大。
Guy is a
对
beast.
就3点，
They're both playing really well, genuinely.
也不是很大。
Well,
但他这里
Yeah, last game the
要解决
Victor
这个
punted a
能
little
力
bit, but I
，Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
this
yeah.
game there's been really any issues.
no.
开心芒，这是开心芒吗？哦，好像是宏伟，开了宏伟。
倒了3，
哦，开
他
了宏伟。
其实
It's a good game to learn
这个对
what makes the matchups
Alright.
strong for.
想一下啊，他能
Stratagem got played.
现在是2+5，
Yeah, for here you should
就是
definitely because
有点稀
然后他就会吃
13，
吃到抢手猎炉了。
Oh, shove both. This
两个一起对
两个一起
this
那
beats
其实就
Facebreaker.
跟刚才讲的一样啊，
对
对，
就是
最优解。
Hmm.
橙色题被打
But
了
why
嘛
would-
然后
why would
下
you
But
have
you don't win though.
送走
right?
但这最后一分有点焦灼。
Yeah, you just let it go.
反手昆卡他也没有什么频率了。
Which is crazy. I mean, is the Victor?
刚
Oh,
没有频率
First call.
it's just
That gets there.
Oh.
Damn, he ripped it off.
that
the top.
was so raw.
Yeah.
So
That's
rough.
rough.
可以很
Yeah.
帅很帅。
哇，贵贵。
Well played for
Oh,
both of them.
you got
That
there.
was really well played.
在干什么？有点吓人了。
For real.
太帅了啊。
不是我这感觉
Great games by both of them.
这真
是的
所谓天命所
对
为，
刚
就
刚
That's wild.
赢啊！
是的啊。
真
That
was
is
super exciting.
wild.
一张刚好自己手上
Alright, Victor takes the 2-0 at the end.
这是